That is crazy.
But we weren't dating at the time. He was dating someone else. How weird is that?
Now that's the tea.
I wanna spend some time with you. Oh, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Oh, just the two of us. Yeah, you and I.
Hey guys, and welcome back.
So what we're doing today is on our Instagram, we had posted a little poll asking people what they wanted to see. The top 2 were our yoga challenge. If you haven't checked that out, go check it out now. We already have that up. The other one that everyone wanted to see, I don't know why, but they want to watch us eat.
Yeah, and we're gonna have the Captain's Boil.
Comes with Jasenia's favorite.
This is my favorite part!
It comes with a bib.
Yes!
Okay, so this is what our bags look like. We got the same thing. We got shrimp, potato, and what else did we get?
Okra.
And okra, right. All right,
guys, let's get to the first question.
Someone asked, what is a typical day in the life of Jess and Jess?
So we kind of do the same thing because we're always together.
On the weekdays, we work, and then after we get together, and then we'll work out, and then either we do a video or we just hang out.
Yeah.
And then on the weekends, we wake up and we're like,
FaceTime, good morning. Krusty's in your eye, good morning, babe. I'm just joking, we don't talk to each other.
yeah, we do. We're so boring right now, and I feel like also, like, how can we not be boring right now? We're in the middle of a pandemic, so
I know.
I've been working on this one piece of shrimp for, like, I swear to God, this entirety of the question. We had a lot of questions about
coronavirus.
How has the pandemic like affected our daily lives? I just want to say first and foremost, we're not psychologists.
No.
We just know how like we've been dealing with it, so like we can only speak from our own experience. For me personally, as we kind of stayed in lockdown, I've been doing a lot of like good things.
Same.
Yeah, right?
I feel exactly the same way. I feel like 2020 was actually a better year than 2019.
I agree so hard. I feel like it made me open my eyes,
Yeah.
like that 2020 vision. So I guess for how to stay sane, well, I mean, she kept me sane. I really feel like having at least one person in your little circle is really helpful. Working out was like a huge help. That's like a good outlet, I
That takes
think.
your mind off of a lot of things. It's like a stress reliever.
And even if you don't work out or you don't like to do it, I feel like you just have so much time for self-care, whatever that might be. Someone also wrote where to find a husband. Girl, I mean, like in the middle of a pandemic, unless you already have one, I don't know where you're finding them. And if you know, tell me. No, I'm kidding, don't tell me.
You don't need one.
She says that she has a man.
No. No shade at all. If you're single, like why bother trying to go find one? Like be happy with yourself.
Wow. Look at you. Well, someone also did ask us to talk about dating. I'm not dating anybody.
Well, we could talk about like past experiences. For example, like what's the worst date you've been on?
Well, someone did say, worst Tinder date?
I've never been on a Tinder date.
Me either. So, well, maybe we could just say like a typical date. There's a straw in my mouth. Oh, your worst date you've ever been on.
So, one time,
She's ready.
every man that wanted to take me out, I ended up having to pay for. So,
See, this is like another thing though. I feel like you think that like on a first date, the guy has to pay, whereas I don't agree. I don't think they have to pay.
this story is gonna explain why I think it's my first date. So this one time, I was on my way home from a club or something like that with this friend that I used to have. We did Uber pool, and this guy gets into the front seat, and her and I were talking about how she's okay with using men, and she's okay with like making men pay for her dinner and then her never speaking to them again. And I was like, no, like I don't agree with that at all. He turns around, he's like, I like you, like pointing to me, obviously. Long story short, we had ended up exchanging numbers, and then he asked me out on a date the following day. The date comes. First of all, he was an hour late picking me up. We were gonna go eat, and then we were gonna go to an escape room. So I was like, okay, well, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna be late for a date or whatever? And I'm like, can you call and postpone? And they couldn't postpone. So I ended up eating that in the car. Yeah, he paid for that. It was like $10. Great, good for you. Like,
I had to eat in the car.
yeah, I had to eat in the car. So then after we go into the escape room.
That's fun though.
Yeah, the
That's a fun
escape room
date.
was fun because I did everything. He didn't guess one thing. We get out. The girl's like, oh, do you want to take a picture? We'll insert that picture here. But I'm gonna like block out
We're
his
gonna
face.
insert the picture? Ooh,
Yeah.
tea.
So he's like, do you want to go somewhere else now? Oh my God. This man parked his car up and I was like, okay, let's go. I'm like, how are we getting there? He's like, oh, we're gonna walk.
I'd be like, okay, and I can picture you being like, huh? What?
That's what I said. I was like, we're not gonna take an Uber? He's like, no, it's like 11 minutes away. I'm like, yeah, but I'm wearing heels. He's like, oh, you'll be fine. Like, how do you know I'll be fine? Are you my feet? Then we're walking. He's like, oh, I have to take a piss. Okay, first of all, don't say piss on your first date because that's just so disrespectful. Like, it just sounds so filthy. Sounds like you, filthy.
My favorite word.
He goes, whips it out and starts peeing in the alleyway right with me like 2 meters away.
I mean, if you gotta go, you gotta go, but
Yeah.
like, what is you doing, baby?
He holds my hand. First of all, you just touched your then you're gonna freaking touch my hand? Then I pretended to like scratch my head, pull out my phone, something. Like, I don't even remember what
You
it was.
scratched your head after you touched his hand?
So I don't remember what it was. Like, it was either I scratched my head or like pretended I was on my phone.
Cross-contamination.
And then we get into Crocodile Rock. I'm looking at him, waiting for him to offer me like, oh, do you want anything? You want to hold my hand outside, but you don't want to offer me a drink? Anyways.
We are so different and so funny.
Yeah. I was like, I need this day to go by quicker. We went to the bar and I'm just waiting for him to pull out his wallet. I don't even know if he had a wallet. Like, at this point, I pulled out my own and I paid for it myself.
Atta girl, we love an independent girl.
Not on the first date.
Oh. God, I have orange all over my lips. I'm too white for this.
He drives me back home, and I'm getting out of the car like quickly so that he doesn't even try to kiss me or anything like that. He's like, wait. He comes up to me, picks me up like this, like up like this, and starts shaking me. And I'm just like,
Every last coin out of you.
yeah. And then he texted me the next day on Snapchat. I ignored him. He's like, I thought that we really had a good time. What part of that was good? I basically took myself out. That was my story. So what about you? What was your worst date? Ew.
When I was like a little younger,
Shelf.
it was my birthday and this guy I was talking to wanted to take me out for my birthday and I didn't really want to go because I wasn't really excited, but he like really hyped up my birthday and he kind of made me excited. So I like spent the day getting ready and doing all the fun stuff like that. He was supposed to pick me up at like, let's say it was like 6 o'clock or whatever, and then it's like 8 o'clock and I'm sitting there like waiting. So then finally he shows up.
Tardiness.
And and his car just like reeked and it just smelled like it had been hotboxed and he looked a little out of it, if you know what I'm saying.
Turn off.
And I was just like, really? While I was like all excited waiting, like that's what you were doing. But I was like, okay, fine, it is what it is. So we go and it was fine, but like the whole dinner, he was so out of it that he just like was staring at me or staring at the plate and like there was no conversation. It was just so awkward and I just felt so uncomfortable and I just kind of wanted to leave. I'm a little different. I don't mind, I really do not mind paying. But like if you're gonna say you're taking me out for my birthday, I just would think that like you're gonna pay because like if I was taking someone out for like a special occasion, I would pay for them. Then at the end when she brought the bill, she kind of just put it in the middle of us and he didn't even reach. So I'm like, okay, well I don't want to look like it's expected. So I grabbed it and he didn't even like do one of those like,
Here, let me give you some money for gas.
No, please. It's my treat.
Really?
and then I ended up paying not only for myself, but for him too. So I took him out for dinner and I was just like, oh man, this was so awful. But other than that, there's really no dating stories because I know you're all here for the tea, but like we're in the middle of a pandemic. Like who, unless I already know you, like how am I gonna meet someone? Someone said about making the first move or like why girls don't DM first.
I have too much pride.
I always feel like I don't want to make a move and then they don't reciprocate it and then now we don't have a friendship.
Honestly, that probably will never happen because I'm sure the guys thinking it. They always are.
I don't think so. But here's my issue is that like sometimes when guys get flirty back, then I get weird and then I don't know if I should like, and I just stop.
The thing is with you, you talk the talk, but you don't walk the walk.
100%.
When it comes to this.
100%. I feel like you could already see like in the videos where I'm like, oh, want to date? Like I just talk so much. Like I just say all that stuff. But like in reality, if someone were to be like, yeah, I want to date, I'd be like, oh, no, please don't.
I know. Yeah, no. I've never ever messaged a guy first and I never will. I don't message people first just because I've never had to. Like if you want me, you can come get me and then like, then we'll go from there.
Someone want us to talk about confidence.
My whole thing about confidence is
Fake it till you make it.
seriously, like,
That's
there's no reason why you shouldn't feel confident. Everyone.
Okay, hang on. Well, hey. There's lots of reasons why people don't feel confident. I can't speak for men because I am not a man, but I feel like social media makes women so self-conscious.
It's all fake though. Like,
I look at Kylie Jenner, I know she has filters and I know she has good photography and good lighting and all that, but I still want to look like her. That's why I'm saying like, I know it's fabricated and I know on social media we always show our best self.
like obviously everyone has their own insecurities, including myself. I mean, yeah, we can't get back past this, like, the fakeness that we have going on.
I feel like people can really feel when you're not confident. I've gone through many insecurities in my time. Like I've been so insecure and I actually feel like this year was the first time that like I really felt confident. Like actually
I'd say
not.
the same thing about you.
I also don't really have a lot of expectations anymore. That sounds kind of sad, but like not in a bad way. Like I just don't go into anything thinking it should be something. I like to like manifest, but I don't like to make expectations on things or be like, I should look this way or I should be this thing. It just kind of is, and I just roll with it from there.
What is the best date you've ever been on? I know mine already.
Really? 6
Yeah,
that much?
because I planned it. That's why it's the best one. My boyfriend and I went to Barbados together. So I had planned this whole thing for him. So I told him about the date and I was like, yeah, I had this whole thing planned for you, but you pissed me off. So like, we're not gonna go anymore. And then after he's like,
Why? Like, let me make it up to you. Like, let's go.
anyways, we ended up going. The bill came and I was like, my treat. Oh my God, I wish I didn't say my treat, but okay, but this date, like, it was just so corny. Like, we were feeding each other strawberries. That was the day that apparently.
So wait, your first date was in like another country?
Our first date, yeah.
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 That literally sets the bar high. How am I even supposed to say a story about my favorite date after that? I never even been on vacation with a man. Okay, this isn't like the best date that I've ever been on, but I actually just can't think of like what the best one, but this one was like a top one that I really liked. The guy had planned, it was like a surprise I didn't know, so he just told me that like we were going to like an Airbnb for the weekend. I was like, oh, okay, cool, like that's exciting. And then we get to this Airbnb and then the whole inside of the Airbnb, it was like October, so it was all like Halloween themed and they like decorated it, so they had got like their sister and their friend to like go in and like before we got there like decorate the whole thing. There was like pumpkins
cute.
so that we can like carve pumpkins.
That's so adorable.
Yeah, it was actually like so, and I was like kind of like taken back because I was like, wow, that's like so thoughtful.
It is very thoughtful.
I was like,
when
what
do you
the
ever get that
heck?
nowadays?
Yeah,
That's
it was
really
cute.
adorable.
It was a good weekend. I liked those. Those like that's what I like. I don't like really going out. Would you want to be famous?
Hey, I want to be famous.
Like, if being famous is what I need to do in order to make money, then yeah. But if I don't need to be famous to make money, then no. What about you?
I don't want to be famous.
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't want people to know my business, and I feel like you're giving people, when you're famous, it's kind of like people expect to know all about your life. I think that's all.
Yeah, like we could talk for hours. Like I have
Literally.
so many stories.
If you want an actual like story time though, like if you want us to tell stories about specific things, please just let us know in the comments.
Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
If you want to keep watching us dorks.
Yes. Yes. I just have to say, I did not want to do this. But because everyone voted for it and just I didn't really want to do it, I said sure. And here we are. I just don't like eating on camera. Oh my God. I need help. I'm dripping everywhere. Jesus. Came through dripping.
Drip, drip.